Have you ever stopped for a moment and wondered, what's next after 70? Have you ever asked yourself, is this all there is? Maybe you've retired. The kids are grown. The house is quieter. The days are slower. And in that stillness, you begin to wonder what this next chapter is supposed to look like. Is it just about waiting for doctor appointments, watching TV, and counting birthdays? Let me tell you something that might surprise you. Life after 70 can be the most meaningful, peaceful, and beautiful time of your life, if you choose to see it that way. But here's the thing. Most people don't talk about this part. They talk about aging as if it's the beginning of the end. They focus on the aches and pains, the medications, the memory lapses. And yes, those things are real, but they are not the whole story. Because there's something powerful that happens when you cross into your 70s. You start to see what really matters. You stop worrying so much about what people think. You value time more deeply. You learn to let go of what you can't control. And slowly, gently, you begin to rediscover yourself. You've lived through decades of change, love, loss, work, growth, heartbreak, joy. And all of it has shaped you into someone incredibly wise. Someone with stories worth telling. Someone with lessons worth sharing. Someone with a heart still capable of laughter, of hope, of love. So why do we act like life ends when the number 70 appears? Why do we forget that fulfillment doesn't come from how fast we can run or how many meetings we attend? It comes from connection, from waking up and knowing you still have a purpose, from realizing that your value has nothing to do with your age and everything to do with your presence. This video isn't just about adding years to your life. It's about adding life to your years. It's about uncovering the secret that so many fulfilled seniors have already discovered, the one thing that makes each day feel worth waking up for. So if you've ever felt like your best days are behind you, stick with me, because I'm here to tell you. They might actually be just beginning. Life after 70, a new season of meaning, not an end. Life after 70 often comes with a quietness that feels unfamiliar. The once busy house now echoes with stillness. The days may seem longer, and the pace of life slower. It's a time when many people pause to reflect on where they've been, the years of raising families, building careers, loving deeply, facing challenges, and witnessing the changing world. It's natural, even necessary, to ask, now what? Contrary to popular belief, turning 70 is not the beginning of decline. It's the beginning of a different kind of richness. It's not about doing more, moving faster, or proving something. Instead, it's a season of being, of simply living with more presence, more awareness, and more grace. While the world might often see aging as a fading light, the truth is, life after 70 can be a glowing sunrise, warm, golden, and full of gentle beauty. What makes this stage of life so powerful is perspective. By 70, you've seen enough of life to understand what truly matters and what doesn't. You begin to worry less about pleasing others and more about finding peace within yourself. The small things, a quiet morning, a handwritten letter, a shared meal, suddenly carry deeper meaning. You no longer take these moments for granted. You understand, perhaps better than ever, that life is made up of these moments. There's also something freeing about this chapter. You don't have to chase achievements or seek validation. You've already proven yourself, maybe not to the world, but to those who love you. Now is the time to embrace your own rhythms, to enjoy the space that life has given you. Whether it's picking up a hobby you once loved, learning something new, or simply taking more time to rest without guilt, this is your time. But this stage isn't without its challenges. The body changes. You may tire more easily or feel the sting of physical limitations. Friends may drift away. Some may pass on. Loneliness can creep in when you least expect it. And still, in the midst of it all, there is opportunity, not just to endure, but to grow emotionally and spiritually. Life's deeper questions begin to rise. What gives me peace? What do I still want to give? What legacy do I want to leave behind? The truth is, aging isn't just about surviving. It's about becoming. It's about becoming more rooted in your values, more comfortable in your skin, more open to wonder, curiosity, and love, even in its simplest forms. Many seniors discover after 70 a kind of quiet courage they didn't know they had. A courage to live life more truthfully, to speak more kindly, to love more deeply. And let's not forget the power of connection. One of the greatest gifts at this age is the ability to form deeper, more meaningful relationships. Grandchildren may look up to you not just as a family member, but as a source of wisdom, humor, and comfort. New friendships may arise, not from shared jobs or social expectations, but from shared hearts and experiences. And the relationship with yourself? It has the potential to become the most peaceful it has ever been. Another truth? You don't need to travel the world or accomplish something grand to live a fulfilling life. Sometimes, fulfillment lies in your garden, in your journal, in your morning walks, or in the way you sit silently and feel the wind on your face. Life after 70 is an invitation to slow down, not because you're fading, but because you're finally free to notice the beauty you once rushed past. It's also a time for gratitude. Gratitude for having made it this far, for having loved, lost, and lived, for the meals you've shared, the hands you've held, the songs you've sung, and the strength that brought you through every season. Gratitude is a quiet medicine, and after 70, it becomes an even more essential part of your daily nourishment. So let's redefine what life after 70 really means. Let's move past the cliches and fears, and instead embrace the truth. This is a sacred, powerful, and beautiful chapter of life. You are not invisible. You are not irrelevant. You are not finished. You are alive. You are capable. You are deeply needed, whether it's by your family, your community, or simply by the world needing your light. This is not a time to give up on life. This is the time to embrace it in full, not because you have something to prove, but because you finally have the wisdom to know what matters. The secret to a fulfilling life after 70, it's simpler than you think. What if the real secret to a meaningful, fulfilling life after 70 isn't found in books or expensive retreats, but in something far more accessible, far more personal? It's not about having perfect health, or endless energy, or a calendar filled with exciting events. And it's not even about being surrounded by people every day. While those things can be beautiful, the true essence of fulfillment in your 70s and beyond comes down to one powerful word: purpose. That's it. Purpose. Not a grand mission or lifelong crusade, just a simple reason to wake up in the morning with intention and joy. It might be something as small as feeding the birds outside your window, writing a letter to an old friend, calling your grandchildren, or tending to your garden. Purpose doesn't need to be loud. It doesn't need to make headlines. It only needs to make you feel alive. And that is where true fulfillment begins. After 70, many people believe they've already given the best of themselves. They've worked, raised families, served communities, and now it's time to slow down. But slowing down doesn't mean stopping. It means moving at your own pace and finally having the space to ask, what brings me peace? What gives me joy? What can I give back in this season of life? Studies consistently show that seniors who have a sense of purpose live longer, healthier lives. They are more resilient in the face of challenges, they feel less lonely, and they recover faster from illness. Purpose is not only good for the heart, it literally keeps the brain and body younger. But purpose isn't something you find once and never touch again. It evolves. It changes shape with time. At 40, your purpose might have been your career. At 60, your children or community work. But at 70, 80, 90, it could be something quieter, yet more profound, like offering wisdom, being present for someone in need, or simply choosing joy every day. The secret, then, is not about doing more. It's about being mindfully present in whatever you do. Whether that's reading a book that stirs your heart, learning to paint for the first time, or sitting in silence while watching the leaves fall. When you live with intention, you create meaning. And let's not forget connection. Humans are wired for relationships. We need one another at every age. But connection after 70 takes on a different flavor, less about quantity and more about depth. A single, honest conversation can do more for the soul than a room full of casual chatter. So whether it's through friendships, faith communities, volunteering, or simply smiling at a neighbor, reaching out, staying connected, and being seen keeps the spirit alive. Another overlooked part of fulfillment is learning. Just because you're 70 doesn't mean your mind stops growing. In fact, now is the perfect time to explore all the things you once set aside. Is there a topic you've always been curious about? A language you once wanted to learn? A story you've carried in your heart for years, waiting to be written? Learning something new, even small, keeps your brain engaged and your sense of wonder awake. And here's another part of the secret: gratitude. Simple, daily gratitude transforms the way you see the world. Instead of focusing on what you've lost, you begin to see all that remains: the taste of warm tea, the comfort of soft light in the morning, the sound of laughter down the street. Gratitude is the anchor that holds you steady when the winds of life blow strong. It reminds you that there is always something to cherish, no matter your age or circumstance. So what is the secret to a fulfilling life after 70? It's not magic. It's not complicated. It's not something you have to chase. It's purpose. It's presence. It's connection. It's learning. It's gratitude. It's waking up and saying, I may be older, but I'm still here. And as long as I'm here, I will live with heart. I will give what I can. I will love as much as I can. I will see beauty wherever I find it. And sometimes, even where I don't expect it. Because the truth is, fulfillment isn't something you find outside yourself. It's something you create, one moment, one breath, one choice at a time. And there is no age limit on living a life that feels full. Your story isn't over. It's just entering a new chapter. If there's one thing I hope you take away from this message, it's this. You are not done. No matter your age, your energy, your health, or your circumstances, you still have a heart that beats, a mind that reflects, and a soul that longs for beauty. That means you still have something to offer. You still matter. And more than that, you are still becoming. The world often talks about aging as a period of decline, but I challenge you to see it as a period of refinement. Like a tree that has weathered many seasons, you have roots that run deep. You carry a wisdom the world desperately needs. You have lived through joy and sorrow, growth and loss, and those experiences have shaped you into someone truly remarkable. Don't let society convince you that your value ends at retirement or that your purpose fades after the kids are grown. That could not be further from the truth. In fact, this may be the most powerful chapter of your life, because now you have time. Time to reflect, time to connect, time to give, to receive, to simply be. Don't shrink. Don't disappear. Don't apologize for your age. Instead, rise into it. Own it. Stand tall in it. Let the silver in your hair be your crown, and the lines on your face be your story etched by time. Let your laughter be louder, your love be deeper, and your compassion be stronger than ever. Maybe you've lost some things along the way. People, opportunities, health. That's real, and it hurts. But in the space left behind, there is room to grow something new. Maybe it's a new friendship, a new habit, a new outlook. Maybe it's simply the decision to live each day with more intention and gratitude. And if today feels heavy, if you're tired, lonely, or unsure of your place in the world, please hear this. You are not alone. There is still a light in you. There is still music in your spirit. There are still chapters left to write, conversations to have, sunsets to witness, lives to touch. So start small if you must. Wake up and stretch. Smile at someone. Make yourself a warm breakfast. Go for a walk. Call a friend. Say something kind. Write one sentence in a journal. Breathe in the air and say, "This day is mine." And above all, believe in the quiet, steady truth that your life still holds meaning. Not because of what you do, but because of who you are. You've already made it through so much. Now, it's time to live fully, deeply, joyfully, not in spite of your age, but because of it. Your story isn't over. In many ways, it's just beginning. Let this be your beginning, not your goodbye. If you've made it to this point in the video, thank you, truly. That tells me something about you. You're not here by accident. You're here because a part of you still believes in living fully. You're here because even at this age, you're still open to growing, to discovering, to feeling inspired. And that, my friend, is something powerful. Now, I want to leave you with this one thought. Don't let this video be the end of your reflection. Let it be the beginning. A beginning of walking with more confidence. A beginning of showing up for yourself each day in small and intentional ways. A beginning of treating each morning not as just another day, but as a gift, a fresh page, waiting for your touch. Whether you're 70, 80, 90, or beyond, your life matters. Your story matters. And your voice needs to be heard. So here's my invitation to you. If this video touched something in your heart, share it. There may be someone else, a friend, a neighbor, a grandchild, who needs these words too. One simple share could brighten someone's path. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. We're building a community here, one rooted in wisdom, kindness, and support. A place where age is not something to hide, but something to honor. Where every wrinkle is welcomed, every voice valued. Leave a comment below. What gives you purpose these days? What little joys are you discovering? Your insights may inspire someone else who's watching silently. And if you're feeling lonely, speak up. This is a space where you are seen and heard. And finally, take one action today that connects you with meaning. It doesn't have to be big. Maybe you sit outside for a while and breathe deeply. Maybe you write in a journal, call an old friend, or just whisper to yourself, I'm proud of how far I've come. Remember, the best years of your life aren't behind you. They're the ones you choose to live with intention and love, starting now. You've given the world so much already. Now it's time to give something beautiful to yourself: peace, joy, and purpose. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being you. And until next time, keep living, keep loving, keep shining.